Hey everybody, welcome to another video on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to do something a little different. It's not going to be completely Carlton focused for once. I'm going to have a look at the 2021 season predictions for the year ahead. I'm going to have a look at the Coleman medalist, the Brownlow medalist, the Wooden Spoon, the top four, and who I believe will be the winner of the 2021 Premiership Cup. I promised to not have my navy blue goggles on, and in actual fact, my beloved Carlton Football Club does not even get a mention in any of these categories. So there we go. We'll put my AFL knowledge to the test. We'll have a look and see how these predictions go at the end of the season, and then we'll have a laugh when we see how many I can get wrong. Let's have a look at the Coleman Medal first. I am going to predict that Charlie Dixon wins the Coleman Medal. Now, I've been watching him for quite a few years now. I've got a real appreciation for Port Adelaide, and I think Charlie started to really clunk those marks last year. He let himself down with some of the easy misses, and I have a feeling that in 2021 those easy misses will become easy goals, and I predict he will really spearhead the competition in terms of the full forward. So Charlie Dixon, for me, will be winning the Coleman Medal. The Brownlow Medal, I've had a look at it. Obviously, I said I wouldn't be mentioning any Carlton names. Cripper, a lot of Carlton fans think this could be the year, but I don't believe Patrick Cripps will be winning the Brownlow. I believe it'll be the Bont. I think Marcus Bontempelli will win the Brownlow Medal. I think he's primed. He's in that sweet spot in his career. I think he's playing for a side that's going to be winning a lot more games than what they're losing. And I think he is a proven vote getter as well. I understand the notion of McRae in there and Treloar in there and the like, but I just think the Bont will have what it takes to get the job done. I think he's the one that'll get the plaudits for the Western Bulldogs' success, and rightly so, and I think he's going to take his game to another level. So the Bont for the Brownlow for me. The Wooden Spoon. I'd love to predict Essendon to win the Wooden Spoon. I think they'll drop off a little bit, but I don't think they will win the Wooden Spoon. I think it'll be the Crows. They did win 3 games last year, albeit in a shortened season. But I just think they're still some way away from rising up the ladder. I mean, you could have any of those bottom 4 teams from last year in there. I even think Hawthorn might drop off a little bit as well. But I'm going to go with the Crows. It's not really a hunch on anything. It's just what I'm feeling in this very moment in time right now. I know that they beat the Blues at the back end of last year, and who knows, maybe this is an omen for them to beat us again this year. But I just feel like I don't see too much improvement in them in 2021. And until I'm proven otherwise, that's how I see it. I have a look at the top 4. So for me, I'll start with 4th. I think Richmond will finish 4th. I think they'll do what they do year in, year out. I think they won't be looking too hard at finishing on top. I think they're very well seasoned as a football club now. They know what it takes to win a premiership. They know that it's a marathon, not a sprint, so they'll be managing guys as it happens. Obviously, you can't predict injuries, but they've had a pretty good track record at managing their season when they do have injuries. And you can only assume that most clubs will get injuries at some point, and I think they do a pretty good job of managing themselves. The Richmond Football Club, and you've got to give them that respect. They are the champs, and so I think they'll finish in 4th. I think Brisbane will finish 3rd. I'm expecting them to have a really good year again. They had Joe Danaher, and I genuinely think he will kick 50 plus goals this season. I think he's going to have a great year for them. But yeah, I have them finishing 3rd. I have Port finishing 2nd. I think they're going to be great, as great as they were in 2020. I think they'll be great again in 2021. They've got a great list, great age profile. Obviously that Rosie, Dersma, Butters draft. I mean, those 3 are just stars. I know that Rosie's hurt right now. He's going in for surgery. He's going to miss about a month of the season, but I think Butters and Dersma are going to elevate themselves again, and they've got a perfect mix of young and old, and I love what they do. I love how they play. They're well coached, they're seasoned, and I think they're going to have a great season. So I've got them in at 2nd. And at 1st, I got the Cats. When you add Jeremy Cameron, Isaac Smith, and Sean Higgins to their list, I mean, they're going to have that wonderful advantage at home. At GMHBA Stadium, they're going to be great there. I can't see them losing too many games there in 2021. And I just think, again, they're another team that manages their season pretty well. Having said that, they are very good at playing well during the season and maybe not so much during the finals. But I still think they'll finish on top. I don't think there'll be too many games differing the four of these clubs. I think there might even be 2 or 3 games between first and third. So that's the order I've gone with. Richmond 4th, Brisbane 3rd, Port Adelaide 2nd, and Geelong 1st. I really wanted to try and get West Coast in there. I think they'll rise up again, but it wasn't to be. And then the Premiership, I really want to say Port Adelaide. I really do. I have a soft spot for them, and I think they are ready to take that next step. But for me, if you get Richmond on Grand Final Day at the MCG, how can you back against them? They're just too good. They're not even an old club yet. They're not in that category where you think, oh, they're slowing down. They've got guys in that fantastic age bracket. So I think as long as the Tigers make the grand final, they'll be winning the grand final and winning the premiership. However, I would love to see Port Adelaide win it. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be the year for my beloved Blues. I think we've got some respect to earn in the competition before we can put ourselves in this conversation. However, I'd love to be proven wrong. And I'll leave it there. Those are my predictions for the 2021 season. What about you? Leave a comment below for your Coleman medalist, your Brownlow medalist, your wooden spoon, your top 4, and your premiership winner for 2021.